Hello. How y'all doing out there? All right, here we are though, man. September 6th, Monday. Monday, guys. This a week from today, we'll be having football games on this day. Live it up. Live it up. All praise my man Vince, and all the other football legends up here. Of course, Shrek, I don't know if y'all can see him over there. But it's football time, baby. Got LT, got Brett, of course, all over the place. Got Troy Boy over here gonna be calling some games. I cannot tell you. I can tell there's stress and animosity in the air. I did see a post and it said, enjoy this Saturday. This will be the last Saturday that you'll have to do the start sit. You'll have to be worrying about your roster moves. Am I going to make the right one? No. I mean, you can be nervous or you can go in with a lot of confidence. All right. Not saying that we don't always kind of look back and forth. I kind of set my lineup. I look at my 2 or 3 leagues again, make sure no injuries have happened. Do my commissioner thing, you know what I'm saying? You just got to do that as well. But that's it, man. We are here, Mock Mondaze. Thank you guys so much for being here. Episode 225. We're at the beginning of month 3. We've already recorded 2 months this season. Holy mackerel. Power rankings are coming out. You guys know I do the Player Pine Weekly IDP. We do top performances of the week as well. Fantasy performances, that is, which usually means you had a good reality performance as well. But, let's just get it going, man. I'm so pumped. I'm doing the mock draft today, guys. There's nothing quite like your league of record. Doesn't matter how many leagues you are in, you fantasy football junkie. Yeah, I'm looking at you. Doesn't matter how many you're in. There's always that one, right? There's always that special one. That's just how it is. There's always, it might, for some people, it's the first league they were ever in. For some people, it's a dynasty league they joined and were asked to do stuff. And for some people, it's maybe it's a best ball league. Maybe it's a big tournament they won. And they're like, I'm in this tournament every year, dude. I want 250,000, man. I'm back at it every year, bro. I'm going to win it again. But my point is, we all have that league, right? And yeah, I've been holding the mic lately too. Let me know if the sounds quality is good out there. Coming with the mic in my hand. Old school reference for some of you. You may not get that if you're too young. But yeah, man, this is my league of record. I think I've said it on the show a couple times last year. Made it to the championship, but my point is I've been mocking like crazy. And it doesn't matter how much you mock. It's just like we got to do what we got to do, right? In that sense, you need to prepare as much as you can. I will say with 100% honesty, mocking for your league of record is a little bit different than mocking for another league because those guys know what you like to do, or guys and girls, they think differently. I already know I'm going to get sniped with a couple of people that I've been getting much later, and I'm going to be over here cruising the easy street like, oh, I got these little aces up my sleeve, and lo and behold, some jackass takes them. That's usually how that ends up working out for everybody. But it's still good to mock, man. And I've been mocking a lot. Like I said, go to www.iggysfantasyandbetting.com. Once you do that, there's a link right there. You can go to the Fantasy Draft Wizard Pro. Go do it. Get my ECR rankings, man. I'm really proud to be a part of that as well. And you can have my rankings right there, and if you still need a draft kit, $10 on Iggy's Fantasy and Betting, man. Simple to lead every position. IDPs go back for 3 years. The statistics have coordinators, how long they've been there, what positions are they good at, all that, man, right there for you available. Just go check it out. All right. And like I said, so we're using the Fantasy Pros Draft Wizard 16-team league. I have it plugged in. The keepers, let's see here. I didn't set those, but here we go. So 16-team drafting from the 5th. Ezekiel Elliott's there. He is moving up on a lot of people's clock. His run line was really low. Zach Martin's going to be out. We'll talk about all that stuff later, I'm sure. We'll talk about Thursday. We're going to go ahead and grab Zeke. It's kind of weird because in our league of record, the keepers are set. But, this is just a fun one. I didn't want to knock out 32 players for you guys and have a mock draft. That would be kind of weird from just watching it as a fan perspective. So there they go, though, with the 5th pick in a 16 team. It really doesn't matter. You got a long way to go either way whenever you're trying to make a pick. So the last 5 before me, just to give you guys caught up to speed: George Kittle, DK Metcalf, JJ, Minnesota, Jefferson, Montgomery, Allen Robinson. Wow, 2 Bears back to back. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And like I said, when I'm on the fantasy, the draft wizard on Fantasy Pros, I like to go to the cheat sheet. With the cheat sheet, it shows the drafted players by position. You got all quarterback, running back. And I like to hide the drafted players. All quarterbacks look like they're still available. Chris Carson, James Robinson, DeAndre Swift, Josh Jacobs, Terry McLaurin, Mike Evans, CeeDee Lamb, Keenan Allen, Chris Godwin, Amari Cooper, Mark Andrews, Kyle Pitts, TJ Hawkinson. So it's pretty slim over there. I'm actually going to go with James Robinson. I like the Jags offensive line. Now with him being the full, like Carlos Hyde's going to be his backup. And Carlos Hyde's great, and he has a great relationship with Urban Meyer, and I'm sure he's going to be utilized. But I'm going to take a guy that got over 1,000 yards. I think they're going to lean on him a little bit more than people anticipate. I think Urban Meyer is going to have to lean on him. And I just don't – he's just a great performer. I think he's an all-around great football player, and I'm not scared to draft him with my second overall running back. Bada bing. There we go. So looking it up, we got Zeke and James Robinson in a 16-team league, guys. You got to shore up a short position. If it's a super flex league, I recommend you drafting your quarterback pretty early. If it's a flex league, or you got to start 2 running backs, that means there's 32 starting running backs every week in a 16-team league. I mean, we just got to make sure that you're doing it right. You got to make sure that you grab those positions. So we're set there. We got Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, Russell Wilson. Looks like, Patrick Mahomes and Kyler Murray, I believe, are off the board. We could go. I mean, we got a long way to go. So we're either going to set ourselves up with some good quarterbacks, but this is a 6 per passing touchdown league. I'm going to take Josh Allen. Yeah, I don't really like his bye week being in week 7, but I think Josh Allen, that preseason game, boy, he looked like he was on fire. Did you see him throw that rope to Davis? I mean, my God, that was a thing of beauty. But we take our chance. We roll with Josh Allen. It means some of the good wide receivers are going to be gone. Looks like when we come back around, the running backs are at Ronald Jones, Melvin Gordon, Trey Sermon, James Conner, Zach Moss, A.J. Dillon, Leonard Fournette, ranked a little lower, Michael Carter, Jamal Williams, Kenyon Drake, Devin Singletary. Lamar Jackson's still there. Looks like we might have reached on a quarterback. Looks like nobody else really took one. Hey, that's all right. We got T.J. Hawkinson, Cooper Kupp, Tyler Lockett. I'm rolling with Tyler Lockett. I know he's kind of going through an injury. I just trust the chemistry with Lockett and Russell Wilson. I'm not worried about, DK Metcalf can have his shares. That's perfectly fine with me. Ooh, Jerry Jeudy, my next pick was off the board. No big deal. So we got Cooper Kupp, Devin White, Brandon Ayuk, T. Higgins, Chase Claypool, Melvin Gordon, Jerry Jeudy, T.J. Hawkinson. It's really cool because it has all the teams' names. You just import it for the Fantasy Pro. You just type in your login information. It imports your league for you. Boom. And then you're set. And it's weird because it's my friend's actual team name. You know what I'm saying? So some of the linebackers are starting to go off as you expect. Devin White. Where do they? I think they have T.J. Watt ranked pretty low on Fantasy Pros for some reason. Not me. I have him up there in my top 3 for my ECR rankings. Lamar Jackson. We don't really. This is a 1 quarterback league, so we're not really focused on it. We got Odell, Kenny Galladay, Cortland Sutton, Jamar, Robbie Anderson, Juju. I'm going to take Cortland Sutton. I think he's going to have great chemistry with Teddy B. So now we've shored up 2 important positions, right? Let's go take a look at our roster. Long way to go in this. This is the long Mock Mondaze draft for you today, guys. Oh, it did load up Aaron Rodgers as my keeper. Interesting. So I have Josh Allen and Aaron Rodgers. I was completely unaware of that. I don't know what happened. Does it have yeah, it does have TJ Watt and Aaron Rodgers as our keeper. Interesting. So there you go. It has them set. I did not realize that. I should have known that. I was like, man, TJ Watt's off the board, but now that makes sense. Man, Fantasy Pros got it together. I just did not expect to see them. I saw unless some jackass went and changed his keeper on me without telling his commissioner. Shame on you for all of you that do that. Tell your commissioner. Communication. Almost all errors in life, I think it's like 90% of all errors are due to communication at the root of the problem. So make sure you're communicating, commissioners. Make sure you're communicating to your commissioners. So I do have TJ Watt enrolled in the DL spot. That is sick. Let's see what we got. Logan Thomas here for our tight end. Justin Tucker, Joe Sherbert, Fred Warner, Eric Kendricks, Patrick Queen, Myles Garrett. Is Buda Baker available? Ooh, he is. Do we make that reach? Let's see. James Conner, AJ Dillon. I'm gonna let this fall one more time, and I'm gonna go ahead and take. Man, there's some good wide receivers, honestly. Robbie Anderson, Deebo Samuel. Could go get Logan Thomas. I'm gonna wait on the tight end spot. I'll do like Buda Baker right there. My goodness. In this league, though, a defense is worth gold. And I'm gonna double down with TJ Watt and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Bam! What a stack, baby. What a double down, man. Now every freaking sack that TJ Watt gets, I get double for. And that we're not like a huge sack incentive league, but we reward it correctly. You get points for the sack, you get points for the tackle for loss, you get points for the quarterback hit as an IDP, I'm saying, and then you get points for the sack as a team defense. So it's a big play. All of a sudden, that sack just became a very valuable play. All right, Joe Sherbert, I could do that as well. I'm going to wait. Levante David sitting there, Demario Davis, Jam Brown, Devin Bush, Jerome Baker, man, one of my top 5. He's way down on the rankings. I'll just wait it out. I'm going to go ahead and grab Jamal Williams. I got a lot of faith in him. I know I think DeAndre Swift is one of the most polarizing people in fantasy. Seems like people like really like him, or people are like, man, don't waste your time on him. You know, he hasn't been in the league that long, so he still has a lot of chance to prove himself. I'm more of the belief that the new regime went after Jamal Williams for a reason. He was one of their first people they signed. They really loved him. They love his atmosphere. They love his energy. They love his atmosphere, but they also love the way he runs the ball. And I mean, he had over 109. He had 119 attempts, 505 yards. He had 31 receptions and 3 total touchdowns. I mean, for the backup running back, that's not bad. And I think he has potential to be the number 1. Yeah, I said it. I think he has potential to do that. So there we go. Jamal Williams in the flex as of now. No big deal. No big deal. Coming off, Godare, Deebo Samuel, Marvin Jones, Will Fuller, Curtis Samuel, Jalen Hurts, James Conner, Tyler Boyd, Leonard Fournette, Logan Thomas. There they go. I can't keep up with it. No. A lot of linebackers starting to Deion Jones, man. Levante David, a lot of people starting to come off the board, as you would typically expect. Going back to look at wide receivers, Jarvis Landry, man, I got to take him. He's my guy. He's a guy I've been drafting quite often. He's a guy I feel really good about. So he's on the bench. There you go. Backup wide receiver. So now I got 3 running backs, 3 wide receivers in a 16-team league. You need more than that. You know, our bench has 7 spots. So we're going to try to utilize that. But we need to start probably taking a look at the defensive side of the ball. And I told you guys I'm super high on Jerome Baker. And I'm not scared to take that pick right now to make him my leading running back. Welcome to the squad, Jerome Baker. Boom, boom. There are still some great linebackers in this 3, 4, 5 tier, man. Let's see what we got. Coming back around again. Marquise Brown went off the board. It's another wide receiver I like to grab late. Jacoby Myers, Rondell Moore. Here they go. They're starting to fall off the board now. Let's see. Wide receiver wise, Henry Ruggs, Elijah Moore, Nelson Aguilar, Cole Beasley. Mike Gesicki available for the tight end. I still have some other people I like. Another guy I really like, I just can't keep passing on. I'm going to go ahead and grab him. This is a standard league, but in a half point or full point PPR, I think it's very important that you go grab J.D. McKenzie. He just has, even if he has a regression, he's going to be, I think, far and ahead better than most running backs in a PPR league format, just because he gets so much volume. So much volume, man. It's pretty silly. All right, we only have a few left on our bench, so we really need to start plugging away at some starters. Let's go defensive side of the ball. As soon as this clears. There's still some good wide receivers available. Cole Beasley. We went J.D. McKenzie, so we're looking good there. Let's go ahead and grab a defensive player. Joe Johnson, Jabril Peppers. Yeah, that's Jabril Peppers. One of the best DBs I think that's going to be out there. Yeah, he hit his stride pretty late, and I think that's going to be a really great secondary. I write about him in the defense. So let's go ahead and load it up. Now we just need 3 IDPs, tight end, kicker, fill out 3 more bench spots, I believe. It's going a little slow. No big deal, though. We got this going. Remember, guys, you want to mock. You want to keep your team. You want to keep all the points realistic. That's why I don't really mock in just some like baloney known set standards like, oh, it's just standard scoring, maybe PPR. Like you get people that just are drafted in there for the convenience of the time, not because of the scoring, you know? All right, looking back around. Micah Parsons is sitting there just staring at me. Zaven Collins, Jamie Collins Sr. I think I'm going to take the rookie. Let's go, Rook. Let's see what you got, baby. This is weird how this draft is falling because most of my drafts, I don't have hardly any by week 7 people, not because I'm avoiding it. It's just how the board falls to me. And this way, I'm already having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on week 7, man. It's going to be a brutal week out there. Be careful, guys, for you guys in your drafts coming up. You know, your league of record. You know, by this point, a lot of people have taken the precautions to like mock or best ball or something at those standards so that they're like used to seeing who's fallen off. But if not, just, you know, keep that in mind. Let's see. Kevin Bird, Antonio Winfield, Cameron Curl, Taylor Rapp, Adrian Amos. Is it on me? Let's see. Jamie Collins sitting there. We do need a tight end. We are letting them kind of slip away. But my guy's there. Another week 7 bye week. Yeah, let's just do it. I'm rolling with Blake Jarwin as my tight end. Man, that's interesting how the board's falling like that. But you got to do what you got to do, man. We'll worry about week 7 when he gets here. I like to trade. You know, with having Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen, somebody's going to get quarterback needy about 2 or 3 weeks in, and you're going to have 2 of the top 5 quarterbacks. It puts us in a great position to trade and get exceeding value back in return for what we want. All right. Looking back again, we need kicker, 2 IDPs. We still have 3 on the bench. AJ Green's made it back around. I think it's worth taking a long shot with where we are right now. We're getting pretty deep into the draft. He has a late bye week. He has a good quarterback throwing in the ball. And if he can just stay healthy, you know, sometimes going to a new team can be really rejuvenating for some people. And I think that could be the case what we have for AJ Green right here. We don't have any week 12 buys. So now we're loading up, you know, trying to survive this week 7 as great as possible. All right. Available as well, coming back around the turn. Another person I like really late. I should be looking at more IDPs, but I'm feeling really good. Really, really good about some of these guys. And Russell Gage is one of them. 786 yards and 5 touchdowns to roll as my wide receiver 5. I think he's going to have an improved year. You know, no doubt Ridley should have most of the focus, but there's a good chance that Russell Gage can have a great day. You know, he's going to be, you know, they've already worked as a tandem as it is, but he's already developed chemistry with Matt Ryan. So there's no reason to try to avoid that in that sense. Let's see. We got Dre Greenlaw, Khalil Mack, Danny Trevathan, Bobby Okiki, Zadarius Smith, Eric Wilson for Philadelphia, somebody I've been pretty high on. Bradley Chubb. Who's going to have more sacks? Zadarius Smith, Bradley Chubb, Chandler Jones, or Von Miller. That's basically where we're at right now. Let's see. I'm going to let the kickers fall. We're going to fill our need with Zadarius Smith. Another, you know, late buy, 12.5 sacks last year, almost good enough to lead the league. So he's in there as well. We've started to load it. T.J. Watt, Jerome Baker, Jabril Peppers, Micah Parsons, Zadarius Smith. It's a pretty nasty looking little defense we got going there. Justin Reed's available. Man, is he going to kick field goals this year too? My goodness. Let's see here. Leighton Vander Esch, Logan Wilson, Marlon Humphrey sitting there. Let's see, Adrian Amos. We don't have our kicker yet. We're going to wait on it. We're going to wait on it. We got one more bench spot. Chuba Hubbard, Jalen Rager, Brian Edwards, Anon St. Brown, KJ Hamler, Nico Collins. Let's just look at the defensive side of the ball. A lot of guys flew off the board. That's the way it goes, though. You know, that is really the way it goes. I'm going to go ahead and take Justin Reed. Take a flyer. Their offense could be bad, so their defense could spend a lot of time out there. He's more of a box safety role, but we'll have to see how it's going with him. I think he's going to be utilized pretty well in Lovie Smith's offense. I don't think Lovie's just going to leave him in the back of the field the whole time. I really don't. Coming back around again. Let's go fill out our kicker before we get our last bench spot, eh? Let's kickers are there. Tyler Bass, Rodrigo Blankenship. I'm going Matt Prater, dude. Down there in Arizona, I love it, dude. He's such a good kicker. I don't care what anybody says. I think he's going to have a pickup year this year. You got a kicker going late into the year, so everybody that, you know, not too many people carry more than one kicker as it is. When you have a kicker on a late bye week, let me tell you something. It helps because everybody's cleared their kickers, and you have like about 10 to pick up on, you know, at the end of the year. All right, filling it out. We got our last pick. Woo, choose wisely. So right now on the bench, we have Josh Allen, Jarvis Landry, J.D. McKenzie, A.J. Green, Russell Gage. So we have 3 wide receivers. That might be a little bit too much. We can come off of one here in a later bit. So let's go get an IDP. Ooh, I think I'm going to do it. Hassan Reddick sitting there. It's hard to say no. It's hard to say no. I think I'm just going to go with my guy, Adrian Amos, though. Captain of the pack defense back there. We got Tyrann Mathieu there as well, but a week 13 bye. I love it. Help out the IDPs. We can switch them around. Jabril Peppers has a week 10. We really did well on our defensive side of the ball. There's only 2 players with a week 7 bye. All the rest are on other weeks, so it helps a lot when you can get past that little initial situation. You know what I'm saying? All right. What else do we have available up here? That's going to wrap it up, I think, for us, man. So just remember with your mock draft, that's what you're trying to do. You want to get your league of record going. You want to be prepared, all right? You don't want to – it matters so much more when it's your league of record, and there's no reason to just, like, half-ass it. You know, you can do it as great as you want. And you prepare correctly. You know the people. It should be a lot of fun. You know, a lot of the homies went and rented out a bar, the other day. Drafted last night. And I had a lot of good time. A good live draft. You know, they do it every year. So shout out to those guys. It's a 16-team league as well. And I know it's a lot of fun. All right. Let's see what we got working on over here. Ba-na-na-na. Let's see. Taking Von Miller, I guess, to wrap it up. He still was there. That's the draft. I had one more. And he's gone. Von Miller. Adding to the bench. That was a fun draft, guys. I really appreciate it. Let's break it down for you. We got Aaron Rodgers, Ezekiel Elliott, James Robinson, Tyler Lockett, Cortland Sutton, Blake Jarwin. As of right now, Jamal Williams in the flex. We got plenty on the bench. We'll get to those here in a second. We got Pittsburgh Steelers defense. Matt Prater kicking the ball. T.J. Watt on the defensive line. Jerome Baker, my linebacker one on my team. I think he's going to be a top 5 linebacker out there. Don't be scared to go get him. Jabril Peppers, Micah Parsons, Zadarius Smith, Justin Reed. On the bench, we have Josh Allen, Jarvis Landry, J.D. McKenzie, A.J. Green, Russell Gage, Adrian Amos, and Von Miller. Let's see. Last one, and they'll give me the grade right here. You guys can give me the grade as well. No hate. We got 3 wide receivers. What running backs can we make with the last overall pick that have relevance? Man, that's hard. That is a hard one. Not a lot out there. I'm probably going to stay away from the running back for the last pick. Let's see what there is out here, man. It's getting pretty slim when you get this deep. Let's go ahead and shore it up with Romeo Orkwell. I have him ranked inside my projections. He could do it 10 sacks. You don't turn your head at that. Let's see what kind of grade they gave me. I bet they gave me a bad grade because not too many of these rankers playing leagues this deep, really, if I'm being 100% honest. Ooh, 79 though. C+. I love it. I love it. I'll share it for you guys. Let me know what you think. You have a wonderful time out there. Take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon. Peace.